Section 5.4, Simple Interest. The objective for today is to calculate simple interest and the amount in the account. This is dealing with savings accounts today. Essential questions. What three factors affect simple interest? Number 1, principal. Number 2, rate. Number 3, time. So principal is how much you put into the account at any certain time. Rate is the percentage of interest that you're gaining, and the time would be how long are you going to leave that amount in there. Our simple interest formula looks like I equals P times R times T. The T is going to be a fraction of time most often. If you are looking at interest every 3 months, it would be 3/12. If you're looking at interest twice a year, it would be 6/12 and that kind of thing. It could even go down to days, but most of the time it's months. Simple interest is interest paid only on the original principal only. You do not gain interest on the interest. Example number 1. Joyce deposits $9,000 in an account that pays an annual 5.5% interest rate. Determine the simple interest and the amount in the account for 3 years. So our amount is $9,000. So simple interest formula, principal times rate times time. So interest equals principal $9,000, rate 5.5%. Don't forget to put the percentage key in the calculator if that's what you're used to doing. And we want in the account after 3 years. When you are looking at 3 years as a fraction, anytime it's an annual rate, you don't need a fraction. It's basically an annual rate the way it is. So all we're going to do is multiply 9,000 times 5.5% times 3. Oops, I hit a wrong key. So $1,485. Okay, so that would be the total interest. It also asks for the amount in the account at the end. So our total would be $9,000 plus the interest of $1,485. So $10,485. Okay, let's do another one. Same amount. What's it going to be for 3 months? Oops, sorry about that. Interest is going to be $9,000. Rate is going to be the same. And our time changes this time. It's 3 months. So 3 months out of a total of 12 months. So 3/12. That fraction, if you think of it as a simplified version, you could also use 1/4, but you don't have to do that. So our interest, $9,000 times 5.5% times 3 divided by 12. Here you can either use the 3/12 as the fraction key on your calculator, or times 3, then divide by 12. Either one works. So we get interest being $123.75. What would the total be? $9,000 plus $123.75. So $9,123.75. How about if we did 3 days? Principal, $9,000. Rate, same thing. 3 days. Now, 3 days, you have to think about how many days are there in a year. There's 365. So that's the fraction that we're going to do. Again, you can use the fraction key if you want to. You can multiply by 3 and divide by 365. Either way, you get the same thing. Okay, so multiplying this one out, you get $4, and you have to round it, so it's $4.07. And then the total then would be $9,000 plus $407. Oops. Let's try example number 2. Martin earned $150 in simple interest in 8 months. So the fraction for this one would be 8 over 12. They're using 8 months, there's 12 months in a year, at an annual interest rate of 6%. How much money did he invest? So with this one, notice how we know how much he earned, but we don't know how much money he invested. So this one's going to look a little bit different. Oops. Interest equals principal times rate times time. This time he earned $150, so we're going to put that on the interest side. The money he invested would be the principal. The rate is 6%, and the time is 8 over 12. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to multiply those two. So 6%, don't forget the percent key, times 8 divided by 12 is 0.04. Now, to solve for p, we're going to divide by 0.04, which is basically 4%. So 150 divided by 0.04 is $3,750. Okay, you could check that to see if it worked. 3,750 times 6% times 8 divided by 12, and you should get $150, which you do. And that is it. There is an algebra style, or nope, there isn't with this one. That's pretty much it. So you're going to be asked to do both things. I'd like you to show your setup on the first one. You don't have to show what numbers you're adding for the second.